Hello and welcome to another episode of Dinks with the Kinks. Before we get started, as always, follow us on that social media so you can kind of interact with us, see all the stuff that we can't show you in an audio, like pictures and video, and crazy ass memes that we now post throughout the week because I like my dank ass kink memes. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Dinks with Kinks. I am John Adara, and with me, the always watching, the always waiting, Miss Rebecca.
Hello.
And the ever-present, always the center of attention, Mr. Shep.
Good evening.
Oh, come on, Shep.
Shep's like, who the hell are you talking about?
I know, right? I kid. I make jokes. I like to be.
I'm watching you, John. I'm watching you.
Oh.
Listen,
Yes.
I didn't make a pun in the social media intro. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say, hey, you should come watch us on social media. We like to be watched. And we like to watch you, so send us content.
But we do, so it wouldn't have been a pun.
No.
It wouldn't be a pun. It'd be legit. But this week we are discussing a little bit of voyeurism and exhibitionism. Exhibitionism.
Oh.
You're such a cunning linguist.
And exhibitionism.
Exhibitionism. Yeah.
Why do we let him talk?
This is why I offered him sake, but you know.
But,
he's like, no, I want to be sober for this. I warned you.
Count down again. We'll say it together again. Okay, ready? Count it down. 1, 2, 3. Exhibitionism. Yeah, see, I said it right. You guys have no proof because the audio mixed perfectly, and I sound smart.
Well, as long as you sound smart.
Yeah, so, of course, this is a very fun fetish, and actually, it's a very well-known fetish. So, it's going to be pretty easy to talk about this.
But
you guys
it's
have
interesting though. It's like it's voyeurism and exhibitionism, but it makes it sound like when you talk about them, there's two separate fetishes, but they're not.
They go hand in hand.
They do go hand in hand, but I really see them as two sides of a coin. Maybe.
Yeah, very yin and yang.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin.
A little bit of yang for my yang. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll yang your yin. It is so much weirder if you say that backwards. Yeah, if you say, instead of yin to your yang, if you say my yang to your yin, it sounds weirder.
Just like nothing wrong with my yang.
All right, I'm going to count you guys down again. Voyeurism and 1, 2, 3. Expositionalism.
Slowing it down makes it harder to say.
Why no? Exhibitionism.
I've broken you both. Now, none of us can say it right, so none of us are dumb. Now we're all dumb. We're all on the same level of me dumb when you can't say
exhibitionism.
Okay, oh, we got to say it together.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Exhibitionism.
There it is. I'm smart too. Do you guys have any experience in this? Is this like something that you've heard of in the past?
Yes, I do have some experience.
I feel like we're going to get a story or 3. I like it. What about
you?
There's always a story behind that smile.
I
mean, maybe. I don't know. Just keep listening and you might find out.
This is the fetish of the watchers and the watchees, the watched.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
who watches the watchers?
Or do you want to be both? That's the best part. Like, some people are like, I don't want to be watched, but I love to watch. And some people are like, I don't care to watch, but I like to show off. And so I think you have to really define yourself. What side are you on? Or do you hover between both worlds? Are you a multi-dimensional being? Hi.
Are you asking?
Yeah,
what are you?
I am.
What are you? No, John, you go first.
I go first? Why do I have to go first? I would say I am not much of a watcher. I don't mind performing. I do sometimes have penis fright. Like if I feel like I'm being judged on my performance, I get
called turtle syndrome. There,
I get peen fright. Yeah.
Shy turtle syndrome. Yes.
No, actually, and it's not even an erection I'm talking about. Like, I can't finish because I think I'm too much in my head about it that I can't get to the point of finishing. I will remain at attention the entire time, but I'm just like.
So you're in porn star mode.
Listen. I can't pee if you're watching, and I can't come if you're watching. Okay, nothing's coming out of my peen while you guys are watching.
Oh, but
no matter what
watch.
state it's in, no matter what state my peen is in, nothing's coming out if you're looking at it.
Oh, okay. That must make blowjobs very awkward.
That does not get. Are you into voyeurism or 1, 2, 3?
Exhibitionism.
Yeah. What side are you on?
Me? Are you asking me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am on both. I love both equally. I get off on both. Yes.
Equally.
Do you want to be watched while you're watching? Is it a staring contest? Like, you get out doing a staring contest?
I mean...
No, you first. I'm watching you. I'm watching you too.
I mean... yeah. Why not?
Right.
Why can't you do it at the same time? I mean...
Listen, I'm down.
I'm into...
Go ahead.
No.
Go. No, get it.
I'm into watching. I'm into hearing people. Like, I'm into like, it's like, I love showing off. I love people hearing me. The louder I am, the better. I want the whole neighborhood to get off listening to me. Like...
Wait, no.
So I like both very equally.
And I bet they do.
I hope so. I hope I'm spreading joy to a lot of people. What about you, Shep?
What about you, Mr. Shep?
How about you?
Shep, are you into voyeurism or 1, 2, 3?
Watching Rebecca, yes.
Oh, Shep wins this podcast.
Shep wins this episode. Podcast over. We're done.
We're done.
Last
We can't top that.
We can't top
that's
that.
amazing. Oh my God. I don't know. Shep, are you, because you have like your flogging shows and all this, how are you an exhibitionist or are you just a performer?
Not, I wouldn't say by nature. It's something I don't mind being watched, actually, and sometimes the mood will hit me, but as far as in the bedroom versus flogging and such, flogging, yes, is a performance. I'm in a different world when doing flogging, so I only see the person in front of me, but slightly aware of the people, surrounding us and such.
Oh, I see.
I've
You have to pay attention to the body in front.
I've personally witnessed him be watched by over 1,000 people, and you can see in his eyes he's not aware of a single soul outside of the person in front of him.
Oh, that's good.
And Shep, and outside of that, Shep is not like a want to be the center of attention of any situation. He's usually like very quiet in the corner, just like, no, I'm over here. You don't have to look at me. I'm cool. I'm here. I'm sure.
Yes,
but when he's in that,
do what I can, but don't seek the after gratification or limelight.
Yeah, but when he's in that zone, you couldn't put too many eyes on him, and he would still just be like focused in. And it's amazing. It's actually one of those things where I enjoy watching Shep do that because it's just watching him completely shut out everything around him. I'm like, wow. So
nice, very nice.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
I would say, and I'm really not big on like watching like I would rather be in the moment than watching the moment. Like other than, browsing porn. Like if I'm on like Pornhub, I don't mind watching or RedTube or XM. Okay, you know what? I know a lot of porn sites. But like in person, I'm just not as into because I feel at that moment I just want to be a part of it.
I really feel like this is like my top 5, if it's not up there. Like
Top 5, if not top 3, somewhere in there.
yeah.
Depending on the
again,
who and the what and the how.
It's both watching and being watched. It is. I can't say that I'm more one than the other, and it's all aspects of it, all of it. And I honestly, I could almost pinpoint when that's. And John, you were talking about watching movies in your quicksand episode. I remember one of the first porns I watched because we used to back in the day. You had those big satellite things, and there was always that one. You programmed it in, and there was that one section that is like that was before they had filters on the porn. Before, I remember.
Oh yeah,
yeah. One of the first porns I saw was a couple, male and female, being watched by another female while the female pleasured herself. And I remember that being like, got all, warm in my nether regions. And I think I could just it was the whole scene. It was them being watched. It was them showing off. It was both of those things.
Now, see, there's a big difference between like actively watching and everybody, of course, you should never be a peeping Tom. Everyone should always consent to every aspect. But I know there's like a level of role playing of you don't know you're being watched or like you don't know I'm watching, that kind of aspect. Like it's a naughty little secret.
I think it's almost like that consensual, non-consent type conversation you have with your partners or whatever. It's like,
and
hey,
role playing,
right? It's okay if you come home and I am in the middle of it and you're watching me. Like it's okay. Like I'm consenting, and if that's not the thing, lock the door. Like, but if the door is cracked open, like that's your cue. You can totally sit there and watch. It's totally
it's like
fine.
When you get home, I'll be hiding in the closet.
Yeah, because the one thing really big about this fetish, particularly, is there's the two sides of the. I'm sitting in the chair in the corner of the room. You're very well aware I am there. I'm like, doing it, and then there's the quote unquote peeping Tom aspect of like I am secretly watching you, even though it's not secret. We're not talking about non-consent peeping Tom, right. But like
or,
that aspect.
In a simpler sense, the exhibitionist being commanded by the voyeur to do the certain things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like I think I could get off more on the sneaky watching. I actually, one of my partners in the past, I was dating this girl, and she got off by watching me masturbate without me knowing. Of course, I did know. I knew it was going to happen. But she would actually like to sit outside the window and watch in as if I didn't know she was there. And she would masturbate, and she would get off on it. Like, she was real into the peeping Tom aspect of only one party is aware of being watched. Like, I'm not performing for her. I'm doing my own thing in my own world, and she's getting off to that. Like,
I think almost, a lot more people are into that, and they don't. I think because of the peeping Tom aspect, because there's so many people who are non-consenting that they feel ashamed of bringing that up to their partner. Like, I know that I've had that discussion with partners in the past about that, because it's like, oh, well, it's okay. Like, as long as we're having that discussion, we're having the conversation, and I'm consenting to that, then it's not a big deal. Like, it's a role play. Like Shep said, it's a role play thing. You know, this is as long as you lay it out beforehand.
Absolutely. I actually. Oh,
sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I like both aspects. Like, just going on the exhibitionist side of it, I love them being in the room, the whole sitting in the corner and them watching me, or even just being in, like, watching me. And it's one of those, it's very, very, they're desiring me. I think that's the part that really gets my motor running, is they're watching me. They want to watch me, and they find me sexy, and they find it attractive, and they find that arousing, and that's arouses me. And so it's that I don't mind them watching me, and that's that interaction. But also in the same aspect, like your ex-partner, it's one of those, I'm doing it for me, and they are getting off because I am enjoying myself. And that's very hot too. It's one of those, I'm enjoying myself, and they're enjoying me enjoying myself. And so there's that.
Yeah, no, I get behind that, because I'm actually a big fan of the taboo elements of this. Of like, I'm sneaky and watching you. You don't know I'm watching. And it's actually a fun story how she found out that she had this kink. Was my partner, when she liked to watch through the window, she peeped on me without realizing she was peeping on me when I was, rubbing one out while I was in the shower. She happened to come in there without my knowledge, and she watched, and it turned her on a whole lot. And then we had the discussion of, this is something I want to try, and it just kind of escalated from there. She's like, I get off watching someone else get off without them knowing that I'm there. And that kind of turned me on. Like the whole, like, I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, and you're watching me do that. And you shouldn't be doing. It's just like levels of, you shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this, and we're both doing it, and we're both getting off to it. And it's like tabooception. And I'm 100% for it. Of course, there always needs to be a level of consent. I don't ever want someone to be walking by the window and actually see me yanking the tom and then peeping on it. But if we have that discussion and you're into it,
peeping on Tom getting yanked, man.
Listen, I can refer to my ween as anything, okay?
Yes, little pud, whatever. Yes.
Little putt.
I think it's also, it's not every time either. There are times where you want to get off and not, like, you don't want to be put on, like, this is you time. You need time. Yeah. So that's why it's like you need signals, like close the curtains or lock the door, or if you're leaving it open,
put the headphones on.
Here, listen to this playlist for
itchy spider bite. I just got an itchy spider bite. Super itchy.
What about
really
you, Shep?
Scratching it.
What about little old me?
Do you? I mean, is it the performance? Like you want to be? If you had to pick one side of it, is the I'm secretly watching you, or you're actively watching while I'm performing for you?
Probably would be the actively watching. I would gear more towards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when it's me time, it's me time. I don't want my secrets watching in. That's my private time.
Well, I understand that too. That's why
want to be seen or not be seen. There's no halfway in between.
Gosh.
That's why you need to get poop curtains. I'm telling you what, that'll save your life. Poop curtains.
Okay, we're not. No, that's your other. No, we don't do that.
Is that? Are we bleeding into the wrong podcast?
Yes. Wrong
Tonight
podcast.
we're talking about voyeurism and 1, 2, 3.
Exhibitionism.
Exhibitionism. There it is. Yeah. See, I can say it just fine.
I like watching too. I think the sex parties that's fun. I think that just watching my partner in all their glory. So I think and listening to them. Oh, I love hearing people having sex. I love, yeah, like there's something about it.
When watching any type of pornographic film, I don't want to hear silence, and I don't want to hear crappy music instead of sounding of sex. Like I will say, if I see like a really hot video and I turn it on and it's just an overlay of music to them doing it, I'm like, what's the point? I love the sound of just sex.
Yeah. Right.
Like I'm talking about the flip-flop slaps, the groans, the moans. No, I mean every aspect of it. And I know that sounds really off-putting, but it's real. Like I love it. It sounds like real sex. I don't want to hear just like, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, that's like the fastest way to turn me off. It's just be like,
yeah,
I can't. I literally will be like, nope, next one. Like I won't. If they do that on a porn, I'm like, nope, and next.
Yeah, I want genuine sounds. Like I want all of the sounds of actual sex. And I know that sounds kind of gross, but no, there's something about it that's very raw and very real. And I call it the flip-flop walk, because or the flip-flop run. If you run in flip-flops, you'll know what I'm talking about, especially if you're wet. Yeah, think about it.
Thank you for that, John. Yeah. I will never be able to unhear that again. Mm-hmm. Thank you for ruining that for me.
Why did it ruin for it? Now you can get now if you want to get really turned on, just run in wet flip-flops. And you'd be like, oh, I'm into this.
Yeah, there's nothing about showing off and being watched that I don't like. I think there's not.
Now, when you watch, do you prefer to be like an active watcher? Like, do you talk to your partner, or do you acknowledge them, or you just let them do their thing and you observe?
Both.
Because like some people, even if they're actively watching, won't have any participation. They almost put a bubble between them.
It depends on what my partner likes, what my partner is comfortable with. Because I mean, I'm, like I said, all aspects. There's not a part of this that I'm not into. So if they want me to sit in the corner and not say anything and just watch, I will sit in the corner and watch. If they want me to participate and watch, I will participate and watch. If they want me to sit in a closet and watch them from there, I will do that as well. Like,
all right. Here's the thing I want you to sit in the closet. I want you to peer through I want you dressed like Superman while I have sex.
Supergirl.
No. Superman.
I have to draw lines. I cannot let you sully the name of Superman.
That's actually a Rick and Morty reference. Jerry's dad and mom are both into cuckolding and voyeurism, and he enjoyed dressing as Superman, hiding in the closet while his wife had sex with another man, and they were all aware of it. It was like a mutual thing. Actually, cuckoldism almost to a level. So I think when we talked about the cuckolding in that episode, a couple episodes back, we talked about voyeurism in that aspect. So yeah, kind of goes everywhere. I actually really get off if someone's watching me and they're instructing, or they're verbally getting off as well. Like, more so than watching me through a window and knowing that you're out there getting off, but being like, yeah, I like that.
Just everything yelling a megaphone, in, out, in, out.
Just be like
heroic.
I like what you're doing here. That's the kind of thing I really enjoy. Like, if I'm performing for you, I want to know that you're really enjoying yourself. And not taking notes. Don't be a note
That's
taker.
it. Slap that pickle. Extra tickle.
So, it's good. Yeah, I don't think we have to do the Would You Will this week because I think we're all pretty like, yeah, let's do it. 100% on board for all of it. Voyeurism and 1, 2, 3. No. If you don't all say it, people will know I can't say it. So, listen, you guys are ruining the illusion for our fans. That's what's happening.
Oh yeah, go ahead and blame us.
No, I was ready to say watching Rebecca again. I was ready.
I mean, yeah, we're real into that. I mean, why do you think I show up every week to do this podcast?
I mean, why do you think I show up? So that you can watch me.
Oh yeah.
Exhibitionism.
There it is. See, I said that. That was me just doing a Rebecca impression. I actually know how to say the word. I am good at it. Voyeurism and 1, 2, 3.
Exhibitionism. Oh, see, you can't say it now. Damn it, Dondero.
I'll either break you or convince people that I can say it too.
And I'm still here.
All right. So I think we have to. I think we're at that point. Mm-hmm. Is there anything we can cover with it that we haven't yet? I mean, of course, we have to talk about.
We covered all the safety measures and the safety
consent.
as in the consensual non-consent, or covering all those bases.
I have actually. People are very. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's our generation. And I say our generation because we're older. We're going to admit that we're older. Is that we had this whole like people are ashamed of it. Like people are really ashamed that they're really into mostly watching. Like it's almost like exhibitionism is more acceptable. It's like especially nowadays with online streaming but watching is still like I know a lot of people who are still ashamed that they like to watch and just watch, and I don't understand. Like they go hand in hand. Just as long as there's consent, as long as you're having that conversation.
I think that's the issue with all the folks. We didn't grow up in a world where consent conversations happened as often as they should.
Yeah.
And now we live in a world where we're hyper aware of consent, and that's great. And I think that's probably one of the best improvements we've had in life is just focusing on consent. And yeah, we had consent back then, but the conversation of consent was a harder one to have for some reason. It was, you felt almost guilty for asking for that consent, or you just unaware that you had to, which is very shitty, but that's just how we grew up. And those of us who grew and became a generation of let's consent has a lot more fun, I would think.
I agree.
Yeah, because no one likes a peeping Tom, unless you really like a peeping Tom.
Yeah.
Poor Tom.
Right? What that fucker do to anybody?
He started MySpace.
He did. Tom. All right, so we need to discuss what we're talking about next week. I am very excited. Spinning that wheel, gonna see what we got. Oh no.
He didn't get a strike 3, so that's good.
That's true.
Nope. Actually, I forgot to take some stuff off the wheel. So we don't want to talk about voyeur and 1, 2, 3 screw you guys.
Extruding.
Showing off?
Yeah. See, my dog's got your back. My dog's like, hey, you guys don't do that to him. He needs to know. So
I'll do whatever I want and you'll like it.
Shh. You get your pets.
Some days.
You get your pets.
Some days.
I got my puppers here, and she's like, pay attention to me.
Spin the wheel, John.
Oh, guys, you know what? I want to tell you a little secret about Shep. He really likes my fire, in every sense of the word. I think next week we need to have a special guest, because next week we're going to be talking about a little fire play, and I have somebody I really want to bring on.
Okay.
You guys are familiar with fire play?
Yeah.
Indeed.
So I have had somebody who has requested, day one of the podcast, they requested this, and he's like, when you talk about it, please bring me on. And I worked with this individual, and Shep, you have too. And he's masterful in the knowledge, and I want him to be the talky person, and I just want to be the what? Because
Okay.
there's a lot. So next week, fire play. Woo.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Sounds
Right?
hot.
So this is what we'll do, Shep. We'll let him do the talking, and then me and you will try everything he tells us on each other.
And
So,
what will I do?
call
Watch.
911 when it goes horribly wrong.
I'll watch. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I
So-
will.
From us at the Dinks with Kinks, make sure to follow us on that social media at Dinks with Kinks on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I am John Andero, and I'm really good at saying the word voyeurism and 1, 2, 3 exhibitionalism. And with me tonight,
We're
are
just
my
going to let
very
you do it. At this point, we're just like, no.
unhelpful bully of a cast, Miss Rebecca. No, I'm not calling you bully. I'm calling y'all bullies. So don't worry, Shep's getting the same treatment there. So you just got
Well,
your
I-
name first.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, bully bump it. Yeah. Say
You-
goodnight, you two jerkwads.
Good night, jerkwads.
Till next time.
Dude, let's- one more time, just for old time's sake. Voyeurism and 1, 2, 3 exhibitionism.
Exhibitionism.
Exhibitionism. Yep. See, all together as a team, we all know how to say the word. Right? Good night, everybody.
Right.
Watch yourself.